I'm going to be talking about gauge and what all that means and how you can learn how to size things for yourself and how you can customize patterns and maybe even start designing too. So that's just something that will be coming out. And then I also have several patterns that I will be releasing, and right now it's kind of hard to see, but I am knitting, and this is one of the pieces that will be coming out this later, like around Friday, Saturday this week, and it is using the Red Heart Hygge yarn, and obviously it looks like Higgy, but it's actually Hygge. I talked about the mispronunciation of that word in one of my last videos, but so that is something. And then of course we have lots of fun things planned. Our website is working again. We got the amazing people at WordFence to pop onto our website and fix it for us, which was so great because so many people were having issues with it, and I'm very grateful that that is all worked out and we don't have that problem anymore. But I just wanted to kind of chit chat a little bit and maybe get some of your feedback as to things that you would like to see happening more on the Yarn Hook Needles YouTube channel. I have lots of ideas, and I just always want to make sure that I am creating things that y'all want to see, because, you know, everybody's time is important. Your time is important, my time is important, and I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing is to the benefit of both me and you as well. And I just feel that it's a responsibility as a maker who puts content and things out, that I'm always doing what you want to see. And so I really appreciate when you guys leave comments and you give me ideas and suggestions and different things like that. It really helps me so much, and it helps me to know that I'm spending the time on the things that matter to you. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be something that is like a tutorial. Like if you want more, I don't know, behind the scenes stuff, anything that you can think of. No idea is stupid. Just throw it out and let me just give you my thoughts regarding it and maybe open up a discussion. But I just wanted to kind of open the floor to everyone and speak to what the future of the Yarn Hook Needles YouTube channel can be, and to let you know that I want your feedback and I want you to be able to play a part. And so I just really appreciate it. And I also like the idea of maybe trying to go live on Sundays, because that's typically when I'm able to have larger brackets of time where I have, you know, where I have total silence, because my husband doesn't work on Sundays, and so he can oftentimes like watch kiddos and stuff while I do different things. So I like the idea of having just a weekly live here on YouTube and getting to know you all more, and maybe something that you can look forward to. And so that is just another thing and thought that I have regarding different ways that I can bring more community to this channel. I just really have enjoyed the dialogue over the last several weeks as I've done the Yarn Chat episodes, and getting to know you all more, and that's been a lot of fun. And it's really just encouraged me to create more designs and more patterns and more videos, because every little bit of feedback helps me know that it's things that you all want to see. And so it does mean a lot whenever you take time to comment and share your thoughts with me. I know somebody who is in the UK recently commented on a video, and it was so helpful, the information that they left, because, you know, I'm kind of ignorant as far as what the people in the UK have available to them as far as materials and stuff. And so for her to just take the time to write, oh, thank you so much. That is so kind of you to say. For her to take the time to write all of that detailed information about stuff and what's available to you all in the UK, like, that was just so sweet and so kind that she did that, and I just really appreciate that. And to kind of tag onto yesterday's video regarding cotton yarns, I did neglect to mention a couple of international based yarns that I have worked with. One of them was We Are Knitters. I love their Pima cotton. It is so good and so lightweight. But again, the issue with the Pima cotton is the spin on it. It's lovely and wonderful, but it has that multiple strand spin that can be a little challenging if you're newer to crochet, because you just kind of crochet right through those fibers and it winds up kind of getting a tangled mess. It doesn't really happen if you're knitting, but the problem seems to be more prevalent if you are crocheting or you're kind of newer to crocheting. And then another brand that I have worked with, Erica, who commented in yesterday's video, who gave lots of detailed description of different yarns that you guys have in the UK. She spoke a little bit about Hobium Yarns, and 2 years ago, I believe, I designed for them. I worked with them for about 6 months, and I got to kind of try a lot of their product. They're more of like a third-party retailer. They don't necessarily produce yarns themselves. They kind of like take, like for instance, Gazelle or Gazelle Yarns is one of their yarns that they supply, and then also they have Yarn Art. They have Katya, I believe, and they have Lamia. And Lamia cotton it's like a little bitty ball. I believe it was Lamia Baby is the one that I worked with, but it's like this big. And that little ball had so much yarn in it. It was insane. I was shocked by how much was in it. And I think it was like less than $2. Like it was $1.30. I don't know how that translated into pounds or anything like that. That's French. Bonjour. I don't know what else you said. I'm so sorry. I'll have to put that into Google Translate and see exactly what that was. I'm so sorry. But Hobium is another resource if you are looking for high quality yarns. They deliver all over the world. They use the DHL shipping, and their prices are just insane. It's insane how well their stuff is priced. I've never worked with any of their hooks. I've never worked with any of their needles, but their product is really, really good, and the pricing is really good, and it gets there fast, like within 2 days. It's really fast. I have been working with a gal who is in Australia. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but if any of you who are in Australia, her company is called Crate Crochet, and it's like a monthly crochet box. And I have done one design for her, and I have 2 more designs that I am doing for her subscription box next month, and then in the summertime, well, America summertime, I believe it's her autumn. No, winter? I think it's her winter. It's our summer and her winter. I think that's right. And she has some of the best yarns. I actually got to work with Katya for the very first time, and I was floored at how well the fibers were and how beautiful the colors were. It was just really, really wonderful. I was very pleased with that yarn. And so let's see. Another one that is based out of Australia, and I actually don't know how to say the name, but it's more of a, I don't know what that means. I feel really bad. I'm not sure what you're saying. I am going to Google Translate your comment, and then I'm going to respond back to you once I'm done with the live. I promise. Hi, Scarlett. Ooh, that's such a pretty name. I like that name. So there, Cleckiston, I believe, is the Australian yarn, and I have worked with their Superwash Merino. It used to be sold at the Joann here, but it isn't anymore. But their the quality of their yarn and the color options are insane. They are a little bit more pricier, obviously, because they're based in Australia. However, if you can get your hands on some of that, and it's called like Cleckiston, I think that's how you say it. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it is such a high quality yarn. It is so, so good. And as I kind of like teased a little bit in yesterday's yarn chat, I have been brainstorming and dreaming up this idea of bringing to you guys a series that I have titled Around the World in 80 Skeins. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of go all over the world, not physically, but via the internet, go all over the world and introduce you to yarns from different parts of the world that you might not have ever been able to experience before, and just get to know the culture and the design style and everything behind those countries. I don't have the money to travel all over the world, but if I did, I 100% would. I am fascinated by people and cultures and all of that. I homeschool, and so one of my favorite things that we've done in our geography studies is I got a book and it's called Eat Your Way Around the World, and it's making traditional meals in different countries. And so we have a friend who is from Kenya, and he and his wife came over to our house, and I had made a traditional Kenyan meal, and I didn't tell him what it was or anything like that. And when he walked into our house and into the kitchen, he looked on the counter and he saw the meal and he was like, oh my gosh, that's blah 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 blah, and he said it in Kenyan. Thank you. This is actually the Krista top, which I have a free pattern for, and I also have a YouTube video on. This is one of my favorite tops. It's in that 24/7 cotton that I talked about yesterday. But Around the World in 80 Skeins is something that I'm really, really excited about. I think it's going to be so fun. It's going to help you guys feel like you're transported into these other countries, and you're going to get to learn about crochet and knitting and yarn that is different than what you're used to. And I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to try yarns from other countries because like I said, if I could travel there myself, I totally would. But I can't, so we're going to do it virtually, and hopefully you'll learn a lot along the way and maybe make connections with makers who are literally on the other side of the world. Last year I did a series on Instagram called Meet the Maker, and I got the incredible opportunity to chat with some folks who were literally on the other side of the world. One of my favorite makers that I got to talk with was from Greece, and so we had a big time change difference, but it worked out, and just getting to talk to her and pick her brain and see what inspired her and all of that was just so much fun. So much fun. Thank you. Yes, this is, I don't remember, I want to say teal is the color, and it is the Lion brand 24/7 cotton. But if you can't get your hands on that, it's just basically a mercerized cotton that I use to create this top, and it is for free on the blog and on YouTube, here on YouTube. So I know I just said a lot. I just kind of brain dumped. We don't really watch football. For those that are watching the Super Bowl, we don't really watch that. So I just thought it would be fun to pop on and get to know you guys. Oh, thank you, Scarlett. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I am so excited about it. In fact, I came up with this idea in October last year, and it's just now starting to kind of come to fruition, and I'm really excited about it. Just because I see people that are in other countries and they're amazing, and there are more makers than those of us who are in America. I mean, they're everywhere. They're in, little remote villages across the world, and I want to be able to kind of, I don't know, feel connected to them as a community as much as possible. So who knows what will happen with it, but I am really excited about it, and I think that you all are going to enjoy it. So that's something that you definitely want to stay tuned for, and be on the lookout. I plan to start it in March, so to be on the lookout in March. And so I'm 15 minutes in. I don't even normally talk this long in videos because I don't want to take too much of your time, but just know that I am so incredibly blessed to be able to be a part of the maker community, and I am so honored for people to watch my videos, to comment, and all of the things that you do. It means so much to me. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. I really do. Just being able to be a maker has allowed me to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, and to be able, I have 7 children and I get to stay home with them. This is providing me an income to be able to contribute to my family, and you watching videos and you liking and you visiting the blog and making patterns. I thought you were French. It looked French what I was reading. Don't worry, we'll have to figure out a way to talk to one another. But yeah, you guys supporting me by following, by liking, by commenting, by visiting the blog, all of that, it has allowed me to be able to stay home with my children, and that is one of the most precious gifts that you can give, I think, to a mother. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart. and new videos will be coming out every day this week, so be ready.